Yo! How's it going, Plummy? How you doing, guys? How you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. So, today we're reviewing patch note 7.1.0. It is for the Elder Scrolls Online Walking Flame DLC. Oh god! There's some new bugs coming with every DLC. But let's try to go through the good stuff, because it doesn't actually show us the bugs in the patch notes. It shows us what's supposed to happen. So, let's have a look at it. Guys, go grab a cup of coffee. Take your dog out for a walk. I don't know. Go fuck your missus. Have some food. Let's do something, because it's going to be a long video. So be ready to sit down and get into this. And I'm sorry, guys, that this wasn't uploaded on the day the patch notes came out. You've probably already seen this, in fairness. But I did really want to upload this. And I've been away, as some of you might know. I've been away for the last weekend, celebrating my 21st. So, yeah. Right, let's get into this, guys. Alright, so what is their intentions of this DLC? Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online version 7.1.0. And the Waking Flame DLC game upgrades that. Waking Flame adds 2 new 4-player dungeons to the game, Red Peel Bastion and the Dread Cellar. As expected, we've added several new collectibles, item sets, achievements, and titles for you to acquire. So that probably means 2 new monster sets, if I'm right, and then a few new sets coming in with the 2 new dungeons. I've literally skimmed through them, so I literally checked if there was any changes to DK and Cyrodiil themselves. I haven't properly check these patch notes, so especially the new sets. Right, we're going to scroll down to the first major bit. This is what I literally just scroll down to the bit. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that's soon. Right, okay. So new item sets. Waking Flame adds a number of new item sets. Okay. Dread Cellar, Scurrion's Feast, Light, Match Magica, Nice, Magic Recovery, Weapon and Spell Damage. Okay, cool. Don't need why they put the weapon there. I guess they're trying to balance that out with everything. Cool. Nice 4 lines. When you deal damage with fully charged heavy attack, you gain an imbued aura for 10 seconds, granting you and up to 3 other group members 307 magicka and stamina recovery. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. If you deal damage with fully charged heavy attack with an imbued aura active, consume it and gain an overflow aura of 10 seconds, granting you and up to 3 other group members 307 weapon damage and spell damage. That doesn't sound too bad. On a support role like a healer, or even a tank heal, you know, line of max Magica is good, magic recovery, weapon spell damage, and then you can up like a kind of group of 4 for PvP, or even dungeons. I mean, this could work in dungeons as well, but I'm more looking towards PvP. PvP, you can grant like 307, if someone gave me 307 extra magic and stamina recovery on my stam DK, that's no joke. That ain't no joke. And then you could have this in like replacement of Powerful Assault. So when you press Vigor, you obviously get extra weapon damage. Or you could have somebody run Powerful Assault as well, and that could proc pretty nicely with that. Obviously, there seems to be a bit of a cooldown on it, but still, yeah, especially in small man groups, you don't need a full uptime. I think that could be really good. Just looking to buff your team up. Right. The medium armor set, stamina recovery, weapon and spell damage, offensive penetration. I really like this so far. I've been wanting to see more sets with a line of weapon and spell damage, penetration and stamina recovery. So instead of like a second line of weapon damage here, balancing out with a line of stamina recovery. So for your nice 4-piece set, because right now you've only got stuns for 2 lines of weapon damage with a line of penetration, but there was no stamina recovery. So yeah, that's nice. That's nice to see. Alright, when you deal direct damage with Blink, Charge, Leap, Teleport, or Pull ability, pull enemies within 10 meters to you. So that's pretty cool. So you could pair that with the Maelstrom 2-hand. So you could get rid of a monster set. You could put, yeah. So on the jewelry, you could have Unleashed Jewelry, Unleashed Head Shoulders, then body pieces, you could chuck this on the body pieces, and then on the front bar you could run Maelstrom 2-hand for the gap close, and then when you do use that gap close, and you hit an enemy, you pull all other enemies to you. Does this stun them after 2 seconds? Okay, so it's a bit of delay on, oh, so it pulls them to you, and then after 2 seconds. Then after 2 seconds of being pulled, deal physical damage to all enemies within 7 meters. So you pull them to you, then you do... Oh, that's not too bad, actually. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds and scales of how... And that would scale with the Maelstrom 2-hand and with Unleashed Terror. That would scale the same way. Okay. The pull will not apply crowd control immunity to the target, so they won't get stunned, is what they're saying. So when they get pulled, they can still be stunned. So when this pulls them to you, they won't be immune to crowd control immunity, which means you could still hit with them with a Dawnbreaker. So that's really interesting. That's a really interesting. What they said about that? We expect to see a lot of power from this set. Yeah, I do too. That looks powerful. With its ability to pull enemies without applying crowd control. Yeah, exactly what I picked up on there. In early playtesting, we experimented with both with and without its CC immunity application. And with it, the pull with the set felt challenging to engage with it as you go to keep everybody clumped up for a prolonged period of time for the boom. I like that. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to maybe put a stun on them when you pull them close, maybe an AoE fear or a Dawnbreak or something like that. Maybe not a leap because I'm scared of them a bit, but yeah, that kind of playstyle. But you couldn't do it. Yeah, okay, fair enough. With no CC immunity application, we hope there's both enough time to get out before you get hit by the big stun like Dawnbreak or Smiting, and from the set, and enough room for you to try to deny your opponent from doing that. So it's not overpowered that you can escape it. They're trying to say you can escape it if you're quick, but if you slacken a bit, you're like a little noob zergling bitch, then you better get slapped by a Dawny, right? Note that this set pulls will still respect CC immunity and will not pull targets who are immune. So if you've got immunity pot or you've been stunned, it won't pull you. Cool, nice to know. What's the cooldown on this? What's the cooldown? This effect. So, right, does the pull enemies closer to you happen once every 8 seconds, or does the physical damage explosion? Let me read that again. Pull enemies within 10 meters to you after 2 seconds. Deal physical damage to all enemies. Okay, so this 8 seconds cooldown, by reading it, might apply to all of this, right? Or it might just apply to this. I mean, I imagine it would apply to all of it though. You can't just pull everybody all the time. So imagine it's that. I'll test it anyway. I'll give that a test. All right, moving on to the next set then. Oh god, it says Crimson in the name. God, that's giving me a heart attack. Crimson's Strive. Heavy. Armor, health, armor. I mean, basic tanky ass bitch set right there for your 4 pieces. When you use an ability, the player's major or minor buff. So, pretty often you can proc that. It's not hard to, proc something like that. To yourself or an ally, send a wave of energy that reduces the armor of nearby enemies within 12 meters. Oh, that's not too bad. Could they replace Alkosh for that in... Somebody let me know. Am I being stupid? Could they replace Alkosh for tanks, like off tanks or main tanks in Trials? I don't really know. But that sounds like an Alkosh kind of proc, reducing the Oh, wait, reduces the armor. That's the same as doing penetration. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see that being used in PvP though. I mean, I guess you could have like, if you're running like a 12-man ball group, I guess you could have somebody run this and just reduce their resistances. I mean, it's not a bad set. I wouldn't run it. I wouldn't have my groups run it. But I could see some ball groups maybe wanting to implement this on like one player maybe. Can 12 seconds? Okay, cool. Cool. Right. Right. We hope this will be a core group. Yeah, okay. I did see what you did there, and pretty much what I kind of guessed there. Cool. Right. Monster Mask. Magma Incarnate. Line of Magic Recovery. And so, okay, so I've been wanting a set like this for a while, guys. If you actually check now, I'm pretty sure there's no monster set out there that gives both a line of magic and stamina recovery. And I was trying to do a build a few patches ago where I really wanted a one piece like this, and I just couldn't find one. So I can already see this one piece being used. Like, imagine using like a line of Bloodspawn, for example, for stamina recovery. Well, you might as well use this piece now because you get a line of magic recovery. So this is definitely going to be an in-demand one piece just off looking at that. Right. When you heal yourself or a group member with a single target heal ability, and grant the lowest health member within 28 meters minor courage and minor resolve, increasing their weapon and spell damage by 250 and armor. Oh my god. What? What's the cooldown on this? Daedric will balance group. I mean, it's a group. You could play this solo. What? This is like an offensive version of Bloodspawn. You have armor on. Is there a cooldown on this? Let me keep reading. Group, so you can play that courage. Okay, so it's a 15-second cooldown. Okay, but that's a 66% uptime. That's really fucking good. I mean, up. Okay, so basically, Bloodspawn gives you a line of max stamina, right? Bloodspawn will be giving you a line of max stamina recovery. This is giving you stamina and magic recovery. Already better. Now, what Bloodspawn does is it gives you ult regen. I think it's 13 or 14 ult. I can't remember off the top of my head. Something like that. 13 or 14 now ult regen every when it procs. Max every 6 seconds. We've literally about this now because they nerfed the resistance. This was about 3k, 3.6, something like that. It's only for 6 seconds, so you can proc this when you say a single target. So when I press Vigor or when I press Cauterize on my Stam DK, I'm getting weapon damage and armor. That's like the best of both worlds. That's like the in-between between Balrog and Bloodspawn. I kind of like this. I can see myself running this. That's a good ass set. Definitely doing something that no other set is doing, which is kind of hard to do with new monster sets now. I like that. They will always prioritize lower health group members, and like I could see you could still run this solo. Like I mean, this will pass around your group, and in a 4-man, this would be amazing. Like literally, is it up to 3 times? Yeah, in a 4-man, so this would be pretty awesome. But you could still run this solo, so I like that. Right. Raid, Petal Bastion, so Thunder Calling and Light. So we moved on to the other dungeon set. Yeah, this is the other dungeon, Raid, Petal Bastion. Cool. So offensive penetration, weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage. Again, another set like this. I like that. Weapon spell damage, and penetration. Pardon me. That's just giving. And that gives us the penetration on the second line. So if you only want to run 4 pieces, let's say on the back bar and the front bar, you can have this as your 2-piece active all the time, which is kind of cool. It gives you more options on different builds because I know stuns is weapon damage on the first line and then penetration on the third line. So and then I think this up here is that penetration on the 4th line? Where is it? Yeah, penetration on the 4th line. So you can mix around where you want your line to be, and most people don't really care about their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th piece, which order they're in. But if you're mid-maxing on some builds, it does make a difference sometimes. Obviously, nice to have that option, right? So already a great damage set right there. So dealing damage or fully charged. Ew. I can already see this like one of those mag sorks just with the fucking lightning stuff. Fully charged. I had 3 of them on me today. Literally 3 of them just stood there with their pants heavy attacking me. Fucking bitch. I gave them a leap. I gave them a fucking bitch ass leap. Alright, anyway. Dealing damage with fully charged head attack, cause bolt lightning to target, dealing shock damage. Oh my god, no, okay. Alright, deal. No. I can see those heavy attack bitches running this. Okay, we're gonna move past that set. That does look strong though. I might go ahead and run this 4-piece. I wouldn't run this 5-piece, but I can see little zergling bitches running this. Alright. Medium. Grizzly Gormet. Medium stamina, weapon spell damage, and they're really going in for the physical penetration mix. I like that. They're really giving us option on the physical penetration or offensive penetration line mixed in with other stats, so you can have a much more variety of what you want to mix that in with on your 4-piece lines. I like that a lot. And then we're going to half a line of max stamina. Interesting. So they went for 500, like a little bonus, I guess, for the 5-piece stamina. That's not going to do much, but it's a little something, I guess. Dealing light attack damage against your attack of Baker's Delight for 5 seconds. When you gain 3 stacks, you create a sweet roll next to your tie at 5 seconds. If you are now touch a sweet roll, both you and your ally gain one of the following effects. One of, restore. Okay, that's not too bad. Health, magic, stamina, gaining power. I don't like that one. It's pretty shit. But Major Force pretty cool. I mean, I like this one and I like this one. It's a bit procky. Is there any cooldown on this? This effect can occur once every 2 seconds. I don't really like this one. I mean, I could see this maybe being paired with what's that set called? What is it called? Folly was using it the other day. It's the one. Fuck, that's gonna irritate me now. It's the one where when you medium weave them or heavy attack them or light attack, I can't remember what it was, but it drops like Essence Fee. Fucking hell, there we go. Yeah, I can see this pairing of Essence Fee if you're going fully offensive. Yeah, okay, all right. But I don't really see myself using. I can see myself using this line though. Kind of depends on the build. Maybe like a stam sword stacking stamina instead of like an extra line of stam recovery or something. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I wouldn't really see myself running that. Right. Silrose Vigil. giving you stamina, health, stamina. Not a bad straight up line there. I like mixing lines. I like a line of health with some stamina, especially from my perspective, from a stamina build perspective, right? Blocking an attack grants you a stack of I'm sure 15 seconds, gaining up to 1 stack every 0.5 seconds. When you reach 3 stacks, you consume them and launch energy at your attacker, dealing magic damage and applying magic maim for 12 seconds, reducing their damage done by 10%. Once you find an energy, you cannot gain additional stacks for 12 seconds, dealing damage scales off your max health. Let me read that again. Damage. Okay. Major meme. I like that. I like that part. Is that just single target? Reducing. Okay. I don't know how I feel. I'd like to see this in action. This is definitely a tank set. I wouldn't run it myself. I'd like to see this in action, see how it performs. Depending on how this plays out, that could be really annoying in a 1v1. Or like, do you know if you get in Zerged, yeah. Okay. Like, this could be an annoying set, but I don't really... I like to see this one in action. But it's a nice 4-piece. Again, nice 4... I'm liking the 4 pieces that they're doing. They're not bad at all. Right, so this is some little bitch-ass PvE stuff. Right. Okay. Base game. PvP campaign changes. For update 31, the existing non-CP Cyrodiil and Imperial City campaigns will now also prohibit proc sets from firing. We have expanded the number of sets from the original grouping that we worked during the initial test several months ago. Several months doesn't mean that long. Come on, doesn't mean that long, dude. It's been one patch. But not if we only just left this last patch several months ago. Right. I guess maybe like when they tested back in February. I think it was January, February. I guess. Oh yeah, February. Right. As a refresher, the following sets were not affected, so you can just quickly scan these. So the same sets as before, I believe. Yeah, the same. That's what made it boring. There wasn't enough set variety in here. So let's see what they've added. In the comments added. So these are the sets that are being added. Right. Actually, let me just check this one quickly. Okay, so no. These are different. So these haven't been added yet. Okay, right. These haven't been added yet. My bad. Oh, they have. No, they haven't. Okay, so they haven't done these ones yet. These are the ones that are currently going in. So, okay, trainee, mixed, and just going down and imp. Oh, that was already there. Anything that actually interests me? I mean, not really much there interesting me. Okay, let's have a look at what they plan to bring in. Let's have a look. Let's go down. So Black Rose, interesting, right? Straight away, I like having a little Black Rose proc set. I want them to see them buff it. To be honest, I love Black Rose. It's a shit set right now, but I'd love to see them buff this again. I really would. Right, Heartland. Okay, nice. So they're putting Heartland in. That's a good set to put in. Caustic Arrow. So the Master Arrow, the Master's back bar. Nice. Master Bow back bar. I'm just skimming. Deadly Strike, cool. Having that one in. I'd have that in my Templar, obviously. Templar. Pariah. Okay, yeah, they're gonna bring Pariah. Ogdom Scale. So they're bringing in some defensive, so it won't be just fortified. It won't just be fortified. I'm just literally skimming what pops my eye. Sword Dancer, Sword Singer, nice. So they're not like, that's kind of more soft proc kind of stuff. I don't really see many damage procs. I'm more seeing soft procs, like on yourself, more than anything, and I kind of like that. I like that. Is that Ancient Dragon Guard? I don't think that is Ancient Dragon Guard. If that is Ancient Dragon Guard, I don't know if that's a different Dragon Guard. But they put Heartland in, so I'd like to see Ancient Dragon Guard in there as well. I think that is it. I'm not sure though. Don't hold me in that. That might be a different Dragon Guard. I don't know how many different Dragon Guards there are in this game. All right. Rewards of the Worthy. Is this a new set? Are these new sets? Oh, okay. Three new items. Okay, good. So we got Jesus Christ. So 3 more item sets. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long ass video. Holy shit. I'm so glad I told you guys to do that stuff at the beginning. I'm literally just checking this now. I'm just making sure this is actually still recording. I had it before when I was recording, and I did like a full build video, and it just wasn't recording. I was like, fuck. And like on the next one, my voice was like dead. Talking about voice being dead, I need some water. Right. Which I managed to spill on me. Fucking fantastic. Right. Light armor. Max Magicka, offensive penetration, weapon spell damage. Amazing 4-piece straight away. I know some Magicka users will be happy with that. Casting abilities that leave an effect on the ground will create an area that applies a 50% snare and pulls. Oh my holy shit! Wow! That is good. I'll tell you why I think that's good in a second. Right. Every second. Pulling. Holy shit! That is good. If that works the way I think it'll work, that's gonna be so fucking stupid. The Godity, bro. I hope you're watching this. After 4 seconds, the area deals magic damage. Okay. Increasing the damage. What? I'm reading this again. Right. Casting abilities that leave an area effect on the ground will create an area that applies 30% snare and pulls enemies every 2 seconds after 0.5 second delay and stuns them for 1 second. After 4 seconds, the area deals magic all enemies in the area and additional magic damage enemies within 3 meters of the center, increasing the damage by 10% for each target. This effect once. Holy shit. Okay, can I tell you why I think this is good? Why I think, and for one main reason, right? Macros. Fucking macros. Holy shit. Or, can I just say, right? They literally put their, when they put their AoE ulti, right? The Colossus ulti with the AoE, Boneyard, right? With their synergy, right? There's two areas on the floor. They no longer have to place that on the fucking targets. They just place that where they want to place it. And it's gonna pull the enemies to it. And then fucking stun them. Oh my god. That is stupid. Imagine that. They put the AoE. They put the AoE Boneyard, which does so much damage, with the fucking Colossus. I mean, and then it stuns them so they can't roll dodge out. And they're slowed. And then if they're still there, they get bombed. If they're still alive. Oh, fucking hell. That's gonna be fucking stupidly powerful. I might go back to my macro for this. And look at the 4-piece. Look at they don't need, right? They don't need to run another damage set. They could run fucking Pariah or just some stupid ass damage set and just run this on the front bar. They could just run this on the front bar, right? And then have all all jewelry. What's the word for it? I can't. It's the one that it's the synergy one. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, they could have the synergy one that increases the cost of synergy, obviously because they're macro. But holy shit, Godity, if you're watching this video, get into my comment section and let me know if I'm right on how broken this is gonna be. But that just sounds broken. Let's have a look at the developer comment. This set was designed with one goal in mind: kill large groups. Pesky Ziggs angry with resources place him the void yeah, no shit. I saw that in one. I was reading that and I could fucking see that. Oh my god. Alright, okay. I might make a fucking macro on this. That looks fucking stupid. That looks stupid as shit. Obviously in other magic classes as well, but a fucking macro with their potential. Holy shit. Right. We're gonna move on. Play break, medium, offensive penetration, weapon damage, weapon damage. They're really going in on the offensive penetration mix. I'm really liking this. There wasn't enough before this patch. There wasn't enough penetration monster sets out there. Now there is. Dealing damage, direct damage to an enemy turns them into play character 10 seconds, dealing disease damage over the duration. If the play character moves early, explodes, affecting enemies from 8 areas. There. My mouth does not want to talk weird. Enemies within 8 meters of the carrier dealing disease damage. The explosion deals an additional 10% per enemy hit. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. So I thought they were going to scale back a bit on the bombing. This kind of looks like they're increasing bombing, just like in different areas. I don't know how I like this. I thought they might scale back on the bombing meta. It doesn't look like it. The explosion. Okay, so this is just like another crowd control. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how good that's gonna be. I need to see the proc damage of it, but we'll have to see. I like the 4 pieces though, and obviously just see that in test. Similar to Dark Orange, so yeah, similar to that's like a Magicka version. We target large group of this set, focusing on the ability to have numerous purges running, making it look difficult. Large groups. So mainly for ball groups purging all the time. If they purge, they run the risk of a ticking time bomb and having to heal them aftermath. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Pretty cool. Right. Chill. So as max health, armor. Oh, it's cool. So we get an offensive penetration line with max health and armor. So a heavy armor set with that. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It's I think they haven't done that before, and that's interesting. Stunning or immobilizing your enemy causes them to burst with frost magic, dealing a chill status effect, and dealing 26% of their physical and spell resistances as frost damage to themselves and within 8 meters of them. So you basically pick the most tankiest fucker there, and you start putting damage on the tank and trying to like use the tanks against the group. I wouldn't use that, but I can see people using this, like using the utility in this. Not bad at all. So I think they're trying to counter really tanky people and groups by the looks of it. All right. Okay, right. Let's go down. I just saw CPU and I was curious. Let's have a look. Anything further down? Did I miss anything? Okay. I don't think there's anything there that I need to really look at. I'm just skimming. I'm just skimming, guys. I mean, you guys can read this bit if you want to read this bit. I will put the patch notes in the description as well. Right. Okay. Is that? There's gonna be some more stuff. There's usually like some changes to classes and stuff. And this is a big fucking patch. Holy shit. Right. Combat. Don't know about that, but consistent. Every time I check him. Oh, okay, cool. So, increases the damage taken reduction from battle spirit to 55%, up from 44%. Increase the damage reduction from battle spirit. So, we're gonna take 10% less damage? Shit. Okay. That's really interesting. 10% less damage. Maybe I don't have to run Armor Master on my DK next patch. I can go more offensive. Because 10% more mitigation in builds. That's going to be interesting. They're definitely going more towards taking... So they're giving us more resistances, but when you get more resistances, you can build into more damage. So maybe this is literally just to up the overall board of resistances, so people like the time to kill isn't as quick as it is right now. Maybe they're concerned about that. Let's have a look. After the recent adjustments to base character stats, champion points, and skill, we've seen a significant shift in the meta in ways that we wanted in many cases. Okay, yeah. Pat yourselves on the back, why don't you? Did you also intend to bring the bugs? I bet you did. And I bet you're happy about it. My little freezes every time I bar swap. Fuck that shit. Right. Anyway, in other areas, primary burst damage and overkill, and overall time to kill, we've seen a pretty radical shift into something that's dangerously low. In efforts to expand the window of time to kill, we're upping the effective base player damage reduction from 50% to 60%. Remember that players naturally take 10% less damage now, which is why the battle spirit was reduced to 44% to preserve its original 50%. But it what? Remember that players take a 10% less damage now, which is why battle spirit was reduced to 44% to reserve battle spirit passive to 55%, up from 44%. Did they mess this wording up, or is it just me? because they said that they reduced it to 44%, and they say it's up from 44%. Okay, but I think the message they're trying to put here is naturally players take 10% less damage now. That's what I'm going to take out of this, not their wording. Maybe I've read that wrong. Let me know, guys. But as far as I'm reading here, we're taking 10% less damage naturally whilst in PvP. To make up for the additional character stat, especially for no CP environments. Okay, cool. Right. That's cool. I'm going to put that away before that fucks with my head. 10% less damage. Cool. Agility now grants equal weapon spell damage. Cool. That gives you agility more use, I guess. Balance warrior. Offensive equal offensive penetration. Now grants crit damage. Right, critical damage. Just skimming. Scaled armor. Scaled armor? 1 minute. Scaled armor? That's not what I think it is it? Bear with me, guys. No, not my fucking Gmail. Right. ESO. And DK. Now, why am I in caps? DK skills. That's not what I think it is it? Where is it, like, it's not this one, is it? It's not, no, it won't be in here. It won't be in here. Oh, it is this one. Oh, shit, okay. Alright, so that's a DK change. Right, that's a DK change. So we're changing this from increases your, we'll go back here. So this is a DK passive they've changed. Alright. And so instead of getting 3,300 spell resistance, we're now getting... Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. I liked having my spell resistance because I run physical resistance parts. But now it's going to be equal. But will I need to run physical resistance parts? I mean, they're balancing it, so I get a foundation on both of them. I mean, yeah, just adjust. I don't think I'd run so much. I could still run physical resistance potions, but it's not going to be like... My spell resistance won't be as high. That's interesting. They're definitely shifting into more armor. I see why, but I'm just too used to this. Okay, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing in any means. Okay, that's just interesting. Just interesting. Right. It's not a good thing either. It's just not either. It's just interesting. Right. Full Stormbreaker now grants. Okay, cool. That's more... Pretty sure that's more the PvE side of that. Okay. Just stuff. Right, fuck that. What's this? To improve some shadow. Yeah, I don't fucking trust. Right, some stuff from shadow and cloak shit. Okay. All right, Nightblade bitches. Fix an issue. Oh, great. Okay. My one my fixation checking. Nothing basically changed to Dragon like there. Passive. Bone off and effect tag from school. Damage was not able to instant coefficients rather than. So I'm literally just skimming, see if there's anything interesting. Nope. More like now break stealth when cast. Does overload not do enough by desyncing? It's now gonna break stealth. I'd like to see this actually in use. Somebody lobbing a ball and actually bringing somebody out like a range on the stealth detection. And you're just gonna be popping them off 360, trying to find those fucking Nightblades. I mean, that could be kind of funny. I don't see why they need that though. But I guess there's not much utility for mags. They got their curse, I guess, that brings them out. Like if you're running like a single target mag sork. Templar. Oh, okay. Somebody told me about this. Yeah, I did read this a bit. Backlash. So this ability in its morph now retain 50% of the damage that you deal, up from 20% to help people be morale and player versus player encounters. That is a big buff. That is a big buff. This is already doing a lot for me now, right? That is a big buff. Um, yeah, I've been running this instead of I've been running backlash instead of execute anyway, because I run higher damage. I'm really higher damage crit damage Stampler, and this still works better than having an execute because they just blow up. That's all this is going to do is buff my build, so that's interesting. And you'll see what I think now is you'll see players with executes more change. Will tap out their executes more now for Power of the Light, because a lot of stamplers like to be more pussy stamplers, should I say? Really tanky bitches that don't have enough damage to actually kill people without an execute. So they need their executes. So maybe now they'll come back to Power of the Light after saying it's shit because they couldn't get enough damage. It's not that they couldn't get enough damage, it's that they chose not to get enough damage. But yeah, I'm not going to bully them here. But it's been very doable. Didn't need a buff in my opinion, but a buff is very welcome. And the final explosion now is scales off your weapon and spell damage depending on the morph rather than max. Oh my god. Okay, so the damage the damage is gonna shoot up. Weapon and spell damage. Okay, so that's gonna shoot up because you don't on a Stampler you don't really run that high stamina. It's usually like 27 to 32k. Usually. Some people run higher, you can hulking kind of stuff, but that's usually for like a Stam Sort kind of build. But on this now, yeah, that's going to hit harder in general. So the base tooltip is going to be harder, and the percentage is going to stack higher. So this is going to result in some bigger booms, I guess. That's interesting. Final special now also scales with both positive and negative bonuses rather than only negative ones. What do you mean by that? So both positive and negative bonuses rather than just negative ones. How about what positive bonuses? I don't get that. Is there like okay, we'll have to see that when it comes in. I don't really get that last bit. All I get that is that the damage is going to be much higher. Okay. Raid instruction. Fix an issue where both morphs and build less than a mile less damage. Okay. Okay, so just making the 5. But right, not much change there. Same basic power. Just easier to achieve, I think. Not really what you want to be seeing on Radiant Oppression, but I guess it's literally called Oppression, so it does its job. Some growth, increase passive major mending to 2 to 4 seconds, up from 3. So they increased the major mending by 1 second. I can see that being useful. It wasn't that 3 seconds isn't that long, so 4 seconds, yeah, I can see that being helpful in the Warden. Frozen Gate, 15 seconds on the fixing issue. Don't really know how this ability works too much, but that looks like a nerf to me, or just so it's not in the world as long. 15 seconds should be long to trap somebody anyway. Acknowledge passive now grants area effect tag. That isn't okay. That's not too bad. Increase damage gives the bonus of both Infinite Lightning staffs by 10 up from 4 to 8% to help it match how Twin Blade. Okay, so Inferno and Lightning Staff are getting a buff. So AoE and single target damage tanks whilst using a Destruction Staff has been buffed. Interesting, right? So touch now hit increases the cost to okay. So they've increased the cost, increased the range by 1 meter. Frost Touch versions now deal more damage than this hit. Make equal spam balls. Okay, so Frost Touch makes Frost Staffs a bit more useful, but I don't really know why you'd run it on a Frost Staff anyway. But yeah, okay. 8% damage is always welcome for them, I guess. Clench morph. Damn focus. Alright. Frost version of this morph still remains tank focus rather than DPS focus. As such, receive cost reduction down from and applies. Okay, Major Maim. That's pretty awesome. Major Maim will be really nice, especially for people running a Frost Staff in PvP. Major Maim is a very, very good one, especially in 1v1s. You struggle to get Major Maim on everybody, but if if you can get it on a couple people, I guess that's nice. But you gotta only 5 seconds, so the likelihood is you can only really keep that up on one person at a time whilst you're cycling all your other buffs. What they said about that? Ability, frost damage, main drawbacks. That's off the power, frost damage ability, sound attack. That's its favor. bloating. That's favor. Frost touch morph. So instead of increasing proc sets, they've increased the staff itself. I rate that. So they've just gone for the staff route. Cool. Additionally, Frost Clench has been missing the mark. Mount Torque, Tantra. Wait, missing the mark. Being viable taunt. Damage maim. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's a good change. Mainly for tanks and PvE players, but still a good change. I'm skimming now because I'm just worried about how long this video is going on for. Holy shit! I don't know how long I've been sat here looking at this. At this point now, I'm literally just skimming. Unless I see something that interests me. Right. Flurry. So the morph now heals you up to 33% of damage done per hit, rather than 63% damage done. So you get healing over time rather than healing at the end. So that could keep you on the offensive, I guess. That's interesting. You could have that with crit search on a Stam Sork maybe. For PvP, if I was looking for PvP. I don't know where I'd really use this, or maybe on like an Azure Blight build. But yeah, at least it's giving you more heals over time rather than heal at the end. I like that. Pretty cool. It's like more healing efficiency, more responsive healing as well. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Done turn block rather than against spells, which was already half true. Has proc plenty of spells as well. Okay, cool. Increase raw magic proc. So you gain more magic when you proc. Passive now has an eternal cooldown. Cool. Strain. Increase major mending. So they've done that for this as well. So you get the increased major mend time from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. I like that. Just gives a bit more time. Now heals when attacking. Increase healing done. What? Increase the healing done to of damage done up from. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a big improvement on that. Cool. Increased an issue where the passive could crit strike despite it already being hit. Do that. And no double crit hits allowed at the dinner table. Fair enough. Visual effect of the magic crystal. Okay. 2 hands. They're just fixing issues here now. Damage and scaling coefficient. So they increase the cost, just the effect. Okay. So it's a complete AoE. That's pretty cool. Rather than a 40 degree. Oh, it's not full. It's not like still behind you. They don't get used to 300. It's not 360. But it's basically full. Like anybody stood directly behind you, get away with it. But that's a much bigger arc. Yeah, it's not like a full AoE. They still retains the arc. Cool. Right. Visual appearances. To make it more clear. Yeah, okay, I can see that because it does do like a proper swing that makes it look like much more than 140 degree. Damage shield. Increase the base damage shield size. Carve. The bleed can now stack up to 3 times. Blood. The bleed can stack up to 3 times? Okay, interesting. More bleed. Morph's currently the clear winner in terms of morph options as it scales far more effectively in power per target. This paired with the fact that melee builds require staying power, like the defensive option, the clear winner, but makes Carve feel weak, no matter how high the damage could be adjusted. By adding a baseline shield to these abilities, we should see more active choice between the morphs. Will you let the blood flow your enemies? Right. Yeah, I can see that. So more options. You could choose either one now. That's kind of cool. I like Carve as well. I like the bleed from Carve. Right. Amulet. You get 3 magic resources from rebuilds. Wait. Fixed. Okay, fixed an issue. Right. So someone strike. Right. Vampire. This morph ranks up 1 additional armor per rank up to maximum 5. Up from 4. Okay. Wait, what did I miss? This ability morph now heal for 25% health per tick. Up from 20% morphs. 1.1%. Okay, so just increasing that. Got it. Rainbow, this morph now Wolf now gains 1% missing stamina per rank, which aims at 10%. Okay. Fighters Guild, Expert Hunter, Camel Hunter, now up to 8 meters, up from 6 meters. About fucking time that they increase the radius on this. Thank you. At least Camel Hunter will feel like it can actually get people out of stealth a bit more now. Nice. All versions of this ability now every 500 milliseconds instead of once per second. So it'll be much more responsive. Yeah, I said that. Cool. Right, I like this. Camel Hunter is going to be much nicer now. As it should be, to actually pull people out. That's its ability. It has passives, but that's its ability. All versions of abilities. Prevent, so up for 4 seconds, up for 3 seconds. I like this. Just gives me more utility against fucking invis players. I like it a lot. The hidden passive is more sense evil. Now highlight play werewolf and vampire danger. Done better. Okay. Now increases the radius to 12 meters. Pardon me. Okay, so if you want to go for the other morph, you get a much wider range. Got it. Skill tracker passive increases your fighter damage by 10%, and additional 12% against player, werewolf, and vampires, rather than increasing your weapon against. This passive is currently attempting to validate a very long list of target check background. Rather than continuing this, it will now only check 3 things each time you deal damage and while retaining the flavor in PvP environments. So not much of a change there. I think that just stays out the same because it was already doing the 20% in PvP. So yeah, okay. Maybe that's a bit of a nerf to PvE. I don't really know, but all I know is the Dawnbreaker is still going to hit hard against fucking Werewolf and Daedra and Undead. So cool. Right. Trap brief. Yeah, there's no need for this to be up for a full fucking minute. 15 seconds is more than enough. So it is a nerf, but for somebody to land in that, I'd expect them with it in the first 15 seconds rather than the first minute. Right. Off now last 15 seconds. Rather than 30 seconds. Fire Ruin, good. I don't like this ability, like, in people. They use it just like the trap doorways and sling you up in the air, and it can get really buggy. So, I mean, 15 seconds is still pretty long, but yeah. I think they're just trying to reduce how long stuff is on the floor for. This ability now. Okay, so you get, same with the Camel Hunter, they've increased that. Same there, same there. Psijic, Liberation, no longer gives you major protection, and instead implies a unique 30%. Okay, so at least you keep the flavor that you used to have from the original 30% mitigation, as intended, as it was supposed to be. Cool, so that'll be like the only 30% damage mitigation in game, I'm pretty sure, because that was the old line for major protection, which they brought down to 10%, so that is a 20% buff to that passive, although it's hard to make the most out of this passive, but you can now go back to running it for stuff like, isn't it the one where you kind of float in the air? It's meditate, I think it's meditate, and game resources, so that'll make you a bit tankier whilst I meditate. I like that. No, beat tanky rather than. Oh, I like this. Okay, so this morph now applies mana breach, tank hit rather than dealing. Wasn't. This could be used in a stam on a stam sork. This could be used in a stam sork. For the major breach. Holy shit! Like single target attack. I'm curious to see how this works. But the fact that that's got major breach now gives a view weapon an edge that it didn't have before. Well, crushing weapon morph. Yeah, that gives that an edge, and I like that. I'll have to recheck the potential of this skill. Right, for 6 seconds, yeah. Alright. You could proc. What is it? Depending on how. Yes, no, sorry guys. Depending on how well you could cast. What is it? There's a Stam Sork version of this that I can't remember the name of it. There's a Stam Sork weapon where you pull back and it does like physical damage on your next light attack. If you could get both of these active at the same time and it not lag, and you pull this off, that could be fucking amazing. Or you do this one first before that one. I don't know, but it might be one of the other kind of morph. Ugh. Right. I'm really wanting to finish this video now. Oh my god. How much is in this? Holy shit. I could do this in 2 parts. Alright. And a beast increases the morph Right. And more bruiser tanks. Okay, cool. Right. Reduce the base damage of this ability and its morph by approximately 60%. Fucking fantastic! It's by 60%, but increase the scaling attack by 100%. Up from 25%. That's fine. They've taken the main fucking damage from magic detonation, so at least it won't hit me like a truck every time when I'm just one person against 6. At least that scales back me getting solo bombed, or even duo bombed. Think of it like this: 100%. So you got 100% equals 10k damage. 10k damage goes down to 4k damage with this. 4k damage by 100%, right, takes me up to 8k. Right, 8k damage would be for 2 players, whilst if you were at the original 100% and you added 25%, instead of 10k, that would be an extra 2,500, which would take you up to 12,500 damage, which is a 4,500 damage difference in 2-player, and a 6,000 damage reduction difference whilst you're by yourself. But obviously, it catches up the more players on you, but for 1 or 2 players getting bombed, that is much nicer. Just briefly looking at that from like a simple damage perspective. Deals damage. Abilities now deal less damage than the abnormal. Yes, good. Why would it deal the same damage as an abnormal fucking spammable? Why would it? It's a fucking bomb. You don't spam a bomb against single targets. Bombs have irritated me this patch. All right. Well, should we reduce potency against smaller groups? Stuff. Yeah, okay, that's how it should fucking be. It's a fucking detonation bomb for bombers, not single players. Right. Okay, where am I? I love how it took somebody like a full patch like to think, oh yeah, maybe we should change this back. It's too much. I don't. I don't like how polarizing they made fucking bombers this patch. Right. So they just did that. Increase that again. This ability is morph now. Passively grant major protection while slotted. Do not feel lackluster when slotted. That's interesting. Okay. So support. You could use revealing flare. Major protection's no joke. You could chuck that on your bar. You could have that on your back bar or something. Yeah, expert hunter granting major buffs. Major 10% damage reduction. Where could I place that? Gives you a flare. Or maybe a magic build, more magic build. But you could definitely make the use of this for the major protection. Anything with major protection can be used. Alright? Anything that grants major protection on demand can be used. Obviously it's only 10% damage rather than the old 30% damage, but still it's strong. Really strong. Oh, we've got more fucking champion points to go through. Holy shit. Right. 3 new sub-constellations for the combat interactions. Right, okay. Let's have a look. So now we're seeing increase movement speed. So we get 10%. This is in the blue tree. I wouldn't really run this in the blue tree because it's better stuff for damage, mitigation, stuff like that. But you could make the most of it on a speed build. It's not bad passive by any means when you kill enemy. Okay, so PvE. You gain recovery, sprinting up to 300. So up to 5 times, so you get 500 magic and stamina. Maybe a magic build might run this, but I wouldn't run that. Right. Not bad though. All definitely viable. The other sub-constellation, increase how much time coming from the stage. There's already one like this on the red tree. I wouldn't stack this on my blue tree as well, and because there's stuff like increased damage for 10% and damage mitigation. Reduces damage taken by 1% per negative effect up to max. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. So if I've got a Zerg on me, and I've got up to 20 negative effects on me, I can reduce my damage taken by up to 20%. And a build like a DK doesn't have a purge, like Necros have purges, they can get rid of it, Stamkers, so does Stamplers, stuff like that. But on a Stam, DK, Stam, Sork, I would be running this. Fucking up to, obviously I wouldn't have that up all the time. Like, let's say I'm against one player and I have like 3 to 6 negative effects against one player. That's 3 to 6% damage mitigation against one player, but I don't really need more mitigation against one player. And then when it gets to 2 players, I might have, say, instead of 3 to 6, I might have, say, 5 to 8 negative effects on me. at all times. And then when I got 3 players, I might have, say, 6 to 10 negative effects. And then when I got like 5 players, we're looking at like 12 negative effects sometimes, depending on the kind of players against me. So I definitely don't see myself getting, obviously, the full 20%, but I could definitely see myself getting over 10%, and 10% straight up damage mitigation is really fucking good. And having the ability in those situations to go up to 20%, so the potential there, I really like that. And then we're increasing we get already 10% damage mitigation extra this patch, just straight from being in PvP. So stacking like that, I can really see not needing me to run a defensive set next patch in a medium armor build, which is interesting, hella interesting. Game age play in 3 seconds after being stunned, feared. I don't really like this. It is major protection, like I said, I like major protection, but I would choose this over that because that's only for 3 seconds after being stunned, and you don't get stunned all the time. And I mean, already when you get stunned, you already get 10% damage mitigation through. I already get it through my red tree, which gives it for me for my full duration of my immunity. This is just for 3 seconds. I mean, you could stack that with that and be really tanky for 3 seconds, but I'd rather just have this up at all times, because I always get a lot of negative effects on me. So yeah, I like this one. I could see myself taking, do you know the single target attacks? Or not even crit. I could see myself getting rid of crit resistance for this one. Either crit resistance in the blue CP or the reduction damage single target attacks, and go in like this way. Or maybe pair that with reduction to single target attacks and get rid of crit resistance, and then maybe run like a piece critical riposte, like 2-piece critical riposte for the crit resistance, and then all in pen with 6 medium, 1 heavy to get my roll dodges in there. I could see that working pretty well. I'm talking Stam DK here, and I'd definitely Stampler and Stam. Not so much Stampler on this one, but Stam Sork as well. I can make that work, right? So we got here another subtree, increase the block mitigation by 4%. Per stage, so that's 20% extra block mitigation. So when I block, I get 20% extra block mitigation. Don't really need that. I mean, on DK, okay, other classes didn't like this. I'm thinking from a DK perspective. On DK, I already get 10% increased block damage mitigation. I don't really see how I'll be needing this on a bow build, especially, and then on a fucking sword and bow build, definitely not. All right. Just damage taken while blocking, damage. Okay, so not really needing that. Obviously, these are all valid. Maintain blocking attack, given to restore health per stage. So that could go up to, what is that, 15%, 5 stages. 15%, 5 stages. So we're looking at about 500, 700. What am I looking at? 735? 735-ish, I think. Sorry if I got that wrong. Health, but then that's halved in PvP. So I'd like to see that if that is halved. If that is halved in PvP, it's going to be dog shit. If it isn't, then not. Or when you talk about an attack, oh, that's every attack. Okay, maybe a bit better. You could pair that with the Heartland set. Not Heartland. There's this set when you block on the back bar, you get a big heal, but it's only once every like 5 seconds. This you'd have to keep up all the time. Maybe like as a tank. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's better stuff than that one. In all honesty, if that was giving you like magicka and stamina as well, then that's a different story. That's a very different story. But just as health, no. Right. Ironclad renamed to 45% confusion for legacy players, as the original Ironclad was made in has made its return in welfare. No problem there. Welfare Ironclad. This champion star makes turns star, reducing damage taken for a night damage type. Oh yes, please. Woo. Okay, that's what we needed. Reduce damage taken. I won't be running a damage reduction set next patch. There's no need. Chuck Ironclad on. Chuck Ironclad on. Chuck this on. Then have the 10% damage reduction for my passives. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty high. I might even argue that you won't need Cauterize next patch as well, if the mitigation is that high. But we'll see. We'll see. I always try roundabout Cauterize and push damage, but probably Cauterize be needed still because OP is shit. But we'll have a little test with that. I like that. Ironclad is a very, very nice one. I'll just take off the fucking armor slottable and just 10% damage. That's 10% damage reduction for anybody who didn't realize. That's 10% damage reduction from direct damage attacks, which is the majority of attacks. So yeah, I like that a lot. Right. Okay, that's just there if you want to see that. Do not have procs. Taste of items. These campaigns. Okay, right, yeah. So there should be no proc campaigns now coming up. Build friend among times. Okay. Weapons, chance. Health. Okay. Curious. Right. Have to have a little look at that in game. Don't really see anything too broken or interesting there though. You guys can check these sets. I don't want to go through every little change on these. I am skimming through to see if I see a set that I am interested in. Explodes. Significant items. Okay. Okay. Sifis touch. Literally just scanning, guys. I might miss something here. Probably not, but I might miss. Okay. And then that. Are we done? No, we're not done. Holy shit. Guards. Fixing shit. No longer disorientated. Chains. Then I was more close. Oh, thank you. So I don't get fucking chained from like 30 meters away. Lovely. Thank you. Apply 2 sources of crowd control, previously creating situations where you could be more likely to become stuck in crowd control. Yep. Fixing issue. Right. Preventing 2 forms. Yes, it was. Fix this shit. Right. Crafting economy. Don't care. Crowd score crafting. Right. Housing. Nope. Quest zones. We don't give a shit about that. UI. Endeavors. Tooltips. Polymorphs. Bosses. Alright, we're done. Oh my god, how long was that fucking video? Holy shit, guys. What are we at? I don't even know what we're at. Oh, I'm recording another video now after this as well. I'm going to record for you guys that are members. I am recording a Stam DK build just for you guys as well. My new Stam DK build, sword and board build for you guys. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you stuck around till the end so I got the watch time. Because it's hella watch time to get out of this. Right. But guys, you know the drill. Make sure to smash that like button. Drop a comment down in the comment section down below, because you know I always love to hear from you guys. And subscribe if you haven't already to stay updated with all my latest content and to become part of the Apple Army. Guys, if you haven't joined the Discord, the link for the Discord is down in the description below. I give you all updates on when I'm going live, my new videos, all that good stuff, and then you can just talk to me in general. And then my Twitch link is down in the description below as well, so that you can all come see me live. I love to have you guys over there. We just hit 200 followers on Twitch, which I really appreciate, guys. Thank you very much for the support I've been getting over there. And guys, if you do want to become a member today, again, I really appreciate the support, and you will be getting stuff like member-only builds and stuff like that. Obviously, I do my main Stam DK build and builds like that for everybody, but then any like second builds that I make or any additional builds for that class, they're going more towards my members. So everybody has something, and then my members have like extra, right? And I might change how around I do it, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out for now. Bye bye, guys.